made it to Illinois. We still got a little ways to go, but we're going to meet up with Bart and Chris Barnett and Parrish Elliott from Deception Sense for a hunt this weekend. It's the first shotgun muzzleloader season here in Illinois. Bart sent us a pen, and boom. Well, we ain't been here 5 minutes.
Joe definitely killed Jhook.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I want to go look at him. Where's he at?
He's in the battle truck.
Well, Joe, I hope you enjoyed your one time at Cooperstown. All right, guys, welcome back to The Rival. Part 2 of the Jhook story coming right at you. So we're feeling good about Jhook. He's looking better. The infection's gone. We're coming into the Illinois gun season. They're forecasting really cold temperatures. Me, Adam, Joe Shults, we're all going up to the farm, and we're hoping that somebody's going to put an end to this story. First evening of the gun hunt, man, we're stacked in the middle. I'm hunting the center of the farm where we've had pictures of him lately. Adam is hunting the north part of the farm where we've also had pictures of him lately. And we stick Joe on the west part of the farm. He's hunting a 150-inch 10-pointer that we call the I-10 Junior.
Try to put the bullets or the powder in first. The bullet, like you aim it down. The pointy side goes down. That's one, ain't it? Two.
We found us a scrape here. It's probably not 60 yards from the blind. We're having a little clover field here, little food plot. So what we're going to do is we're going to put us some branch butter out. We're going to put us some V out. And then we're going to get in that 360 and we're going to see what happens today. So. Feels like of about 7 degrees this morning. When we got out this evening, we come in, it's warmed up just a little bit. I think it feels like of about 10, if you want to call that warm enough. So what's crazy is where Joe is hunting, it is about 3/4 of a mile due west of where we normally get Jhook. In fact, I've known Jhook for 3 years now. We've never had a picture of him on that part of the farm. We was actually sticking Joe on a different deer. We had a 150-inch 6-year-old that we had in mind for Joe called the I-10 Junior. But hey, it's cold, it's the tail end of the rut, and I guess you never know what can happen, because the next thing that does happen is the craziest part of the whole story.
The deer are starting to move pretty good. We've got, probably 10, 12 deer out here. We've got a couple out in front of us. We've got a couple behind us. And we've got one laying down over here. So we're right in the middle of our farm. All these fingers dump out into this field. There's about 10 acres of wheat right here. So the wind is finally starting to lay a little bit. So.
Well, you just sprung it. Hey, I gotta get off this phone. Hey, I'm here. Big bug, get my coffee back. Hurry up, I'm on it. Evan. Whew. Man, that was short, sweet, and to the point. Damn. Colt and I just got in here. I was on the phone with my wife telling her how to price some things for the store. And Colt says, big buck, big buck, big buck. And I look up and boom, there he is. Oh man, we drilled him. Man, I cannot believe that happened that quick. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Colt and I's been on a 3-state junket, and that's her third buck. I cannot believe that happened that quick. I mean, literally that quick. I can't get over it. But I guess it was the new apparel. Oh, Evan's with me all the time. Most of the time I grunt at him, but today I just said Evan, and he stopped, and we just smoked him. Evan. November the 6th was 11 years that I lost him. It seems like it's been a lifetime. But he's with me every time I get in a tree stand or a blind or whatever. So happens for you, big man. I just can't believe it. I can't.
Alright, well, the saga of Jhook just came to a close. Joe Shults ended the saga of Jhook. That's a deer that's been on the farm for 3 years now. A giant deer that miraculously survived a pretty nasty wound last year from Adam. Survived a big growth this year, and I don't know, just one of the monarchs of the farm. But Jhook's over. Joe rolls into this farm, ain't been here 24 hours, kills the biggest deer on the farm. And where he killed him, I've never had a picture of him there, ever. I was actually hunting Joe another deer. I'm actually hunting Jhook. Me and Adam both are. This is where he's usually at. Joe is a mile to our west. So it just goes to show you, you don't never know this time of year. I wish a random 180 would walk a mile to me right now. But what a story. I can't wait to see that deer tonight. Cannot wait to see him. Congrats, Joe. Unreal. Unbelievable hunt.
Well, we're up here in Brown County, Illinois. It's the opening day evening. And Bart sent us in here on a particular deer. We're up here hunting Bart's farm. I owe you big time. And we hadn't bit more sat down. I was on the phone with Pam trying to tell her how to price some things at the shop. And man, Colt says, big buck, big buck. And I looked up, and Colt says, that's him. No, he's bigger. This deer is massive. He's tall, he's tight, he's massive. Bart says he can't believe that deer's here. He's not had a picture of that deer in this food plot in 3 years. Well, dude, we wasn't here 5 minutes and just smoked him. So let's go get a good look at him. Man, I tell you, this deer has a will to live. Most deer that I shoot with this Shults precision rifle custom muzzleloader, if they don't fall right there, they don't go 20 or 30 yards. Which of course he was running downhill, so. But anyway, he's laying right up here, and man, he is a pig. And I keep looking, he's bled like this the whole way down here. There is absolutely no ground shrinkage here. Absolutely none. I mean, you think he ain't been horning trees? I mean, he has been ripping them. I mean, ripping them. Bart has a lot of history with this deer, and he says he's the meanest deer on the farm, but it's time for the pecking order to change, because here he is right in front of us. I couldn't be any happier sitting behind this deer. I mean, this is a monarch, and the history behind him, he's a true warrior. I mean, you can tell by looking at his horns. You can see all the bark off the trees where he's been horning, getting ready for the battle to try to maintain his dominance. But today's his last day.
So I couldn't be any happier. Bart, Rachel, I appreciate you guys for having us up, and I can't thank you enough, and I owe you one. And as bad a taste as it leaves in my mouth, I've got to give you a roll tide on this one, biggin. I owe you big time.
We're headed over to the barn now to see Joe. We'll go ahead and give him this knife and let him cut our hearts out while he's skinning our deer. But no, all jokes aside, man, Joe just shot the farm legend. We had a good sit though. We saw several bucks. We saw one shooter, just kind of stayed out of range. So we're looking forward to tomorrow. But let's go look at Jhook, man. Been waiting 2 years to look at this deer.
Y'all need to go home.
I told Cole,
Y'all go home. I said, by God, we're going to be banished.
in all true honesty, when Adam texted me, I told him, I said, dude, I'm sorry. I said, I know you wanted to kill his deer, but man,
That deer was meant for you, dog.
I could not.
That deer was meant for you. Hey, that deer was meant for you.
I'm telling you, we literally got in there.
Legend of the farm. Hey, you still got your knife?
Yeah.
Right here. He needs his cut out and cut mine out right here too. Both of them. Both of them. Well, Joe, I hope you enjoyed your one time at Cooperstown.
You won't be back. Well, a lot of people try to get in Cooperstown in the Baseball Hall of Fame, and they have to play for 15 to 20 years. I made it in one day.
Oh, stud.
Dang it. Wow. What a deer, man. We got to see if my broadhead's still
it's
back.
right here, dude.
So that's
Feel that right there. It's grow the bristle around it right there.
well. So I shot him high in the shoulder here.
Yeah, but when you've hit it, it's probably broke off in him.
That's crazy, because man,
and it's worked
you should
its
have
way
seen
down
him.
there.
You should have seen him 2 weeks ago here. It looked like
That's
a
what
bowling
Bart
ball
said.
on the side of his side.
That's what Bart said, but I guess it right here.
Boy, that's a
fell off
dang
at him.
stud,
It's
son.
probably attached right there.
I want to see it.
That's another
it's still in him.
Cooperstown
Well, I
giant.
was real careful getting up in there
Oh,
and him to take
yep.
the stuff out, and I told Cole, I said, remind me not to
Man.
grab that when I gut him, because his broadhead's still in there.
Joe, I'll tell you, man.
Every
We've seen a
son of a
lot of
bitch.
pictures of this deer.
Dude, I've
The
looked at
meanest
some.
deer we've
I've
ever
seen
seen.
so many
That's what
pictures of this
they
deer.
That's what he said.
You need to, if you mount it, you need to get this joker in a mean look, because
Yeah.
every picture we got, he's just.
Buck bristled
I'm
up
just
and ready to
telling you,
fight.
man. He's just crazy.
Yep, that's a big one, man.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Trees, I felt bad when he said, hey, Jhook. I thought, oh, shit.
Man,
No, I'm glad you killed him, brother. I'm glad you killed him.
I'm glad we got to
I'm
see
glad.
him.
Hey, for that deer to be walking that far, we're lucky that you killed him and somebody else didn't kill him.
Hey, did you see what?
Well, we're trying to skin out and get ready to cape out the head on Jhook. Adam Sanders has got some history with this deer. Last year, Adam shot him. And right here, the broadhead's still in him. And this right here was a big infected sac that was on him just 2 weeks ago. Adam showed us the video. I'm sure you're going to see it in the footage. And it just fell off like 2 weeks ago. He couldn't hardly walk with it or whatever. So just shows you how tough and resilient these deer are. I mean, he was shot last year with a broadhead and a rage, and it's still in him. So we got to be very careful when we get down to this point or whatever, but we just wanted to show you why this was here, and you'll see the footage of why it had it on him. But it had fell off just 2 weeks prior, right before we killed him, and
I couldn't have been more excited for my buddy Joe Shults shooting the deer that we call Jhook. Man, I knew that somebody was probably going to get a shot at him during the Illinois gun season. I'm just glad that we were all there together. And I just couldn't believe it that he killed him where he was. It just goes to show you, man, you never know. You just got to get out there. You can do all the planning. You have all these cameras. And at the end of the day, you just don't never know. It's all a timing issue. Hey guys, thanks for watching The Rival. Thanks for watching the Jhook story. You know, it's really cool to sit back and tell the story and watch how these stories unfold right in front of you over the last couple of years. Jhook was no different. One of my favorite stories that I've seen. And now please subscribe to our channel, watch our channel. We've got a lot more content coming your way. Happy hunting.